Hi, this is Evie with Bunk Bed Homestead. I wanted to share some homesteady things that we've been doing in our apartment, and I'm super excited to share with you our first journey to a farmer's market with my kiddos. So number one, Mason and I canned 14 cans of 8 ounces of cranberry jelly. He's going to be selling these at a craft fair in a few weeks. Some of them did not seal, which is super important when you're home canning. I've learned that. You got to check the seal and make sure you have the right headspace and everything. So safety is number one for us as we're getting into this canning journey. So I'm a little bit overly cautious about that, which I think is a good thing. Second thing, our sprouts that I started are almost ready to harvest today or tomorrow, and these will be super tasty because we finished off the last of them with some burgers last night. All right, farmer's market. So I keep hearing that you need to go to a farmer's market to be able to connect with local farmers, learn new skills if you're homesteading, and I just decided let's try it and let's bring all the kids and I'll be solo and we'll see how this goes. It was not perfect by any means, but I did pick up some amazing things and made some great connections. So the first thing I'll share with you guys is there was this guy that was a rep for Superior Electrolytes, and this is an amazing electrolyte drink that is actually pretty reasonably priced. 70 servings is $25 in person or $30 online. And I really am pleased with the ingredients. I'm not quite sure if it's the electrolyte balance I'd be looking for if we're trying to actually help our kids like through a flu or something like that, but this does taste absolutely amazing and it will get the job done. It does have pink Himalayan sea salt, stevia to sweeten it. It has vitamin C from acerola berry extract, which I know is the good version of vitamin C, if I'm saying that right. The kids love this. It's watermelon flavor, but it comes in I think about 5 or 6 other ones. I'm really happy with this, and this was a big find because it's hard to get the kids to hydrate when they just don't want to, but having a little bit extra flavor makes a difference, and we've been relying on orange juice to make that extra difference, but it's not my ideal. So I'm excited to try this out. Number 2, we got some apple cider, and this farm stand was amazing. They're an organic farm that just became certified recently up north, and they travel to farmers markets all over Southern California selling their goods. But the thing I'm most excited about is I asked them how much it would be to purchase a bushel of apples instead of just by the pound, and it's $40 for a bushel of apples, which is like a big box. And it's about 40 pounds of apples, so it averages out to be $1 a pound. So that is the cheapest price per apple pound that's organic that I've been able to find. And the apples are unwaxed, which is what you want when you're using things, apples for things like canning. It's just better to have it unwaxed. So we bought some cider, and the kids loved this. It was super tasty, so I'm excited. Hopefully we'll make our own cider in the future. But my plan for those apples, once we get them, I just need to get all the ingredients ready and all of the materials ready, is to can applesauce and to can apple pie filling. So bushel of apples, 40 pounds, that's a lot. I need to be prepared to process that before I actually make that purchase. And we just have 40 pounds of apples sitting without a plan is not my favorite thing to think about. So plan first, and then we'll go ahead and get that. Forbidden Fudge. There's a fudge lady, and it was her 6th time running a farmer's market. And we got to talk to her about what it's like to join a farmer's market, to sell things. And my son, my 8-year-old's going to be selling some fudge and some peppermint bark and caramel apples at that same fair that Mason is. And so Caleb was super excited to talk to her. We got to try some peppermint bark. She gave us some good tips, and we just wanted to support her, so we bought some fudge because she was so helpful and so sweet. She said, come back if you have any questions about how to temper the chocolate. I'll answer your questions. She was really great. And then the last thing, and my most favorite thing that I'm most excited about, was we got eggs from a local farmer that is a newer farm, and the sons help their mom and dad with the farm, and it's called 3 Sons Farm. They're older, they're all grown up now, but I'm really excited about this because they got to make a connection with the mom. I don't know her name, but she's amazing, and she actually invited us to come out to her farm and see their operation, see how the chickens are raised in their like outside area. They're pasture raised, and also we can go help them when it's time to process the chickens or butcher them. And that's something that I would love to do in the future. And I know that if I just look up a bunch of YouTube videos before that happens, I'm probably not going to have success the first time that we raise meat chickens. So actually going and helping someone through the process is going to be so much more important for me down the line as we join a community of people that can help us gain the skills necessary to actually do that ourselves. So these are the eggs. They look amazing. They're jumbo sized, and there's some little feathers on them, which I love because that means that they're definitely fresh. These eggs are washed, and there's debate whether or not you should wash your eggs or not, or keep the bloom on. I think that if we buy eggs from them in the future, I would likely request that the eggs are unwashed and that the bloom stays on. And then down the line, if I'm able to continue that connection with her, my ideal would be that we are purchasing maybe like 24 to 48 eggs at once with the bloom on, and I want to try to water glass eggs. Now, if you've never heard of this, Google it, look it up. Essentially, it's a way that you can preserve eggs shelf stable over the winter when eggs are not being produced by your hens as much. And you just grab an egg out of this water glass solution. I don't even remember exactly what's in the solution, but grab it out, crack it open, and it's fresh, ready to use for whatever you need it for over the winter. And that really appeals to me because it's hard to find eggs sometimes. We didn't have them at Costco recently, but if I'd had like an egg stash where I could go in and say, oh, eggs aren't available, but we have our water glass eggs, that would make a big difference because we use a lot of eggs in our house. Even though one of our kids has an allergy, we definitely use these. We go through about 2 dozen eggs every 2 weeks. So having access to eggs is definitely a key for us. It's what my husband uses pretty much every day for his breaking fast meal. He loves egg whites, so we need eggs. We want eggs, and this was a great connection that I made. So I'm really excited. We connected with this family really, really well, and that was our farmers market experience. It was a really great one, and I'm really excited to see a little bit more about kind of what farmers markets can offer for people that are starting up cottage food production businesses, because our sons are interested in that, and their first experience in selling things at a fair is going to be in a couple weeks. So who knows, maybe this will go somewhere. But I just wanted to share a little bit about what we've been doing, our first farmers market experience, and how amazing it was. So if you have a farmers market close to you and you haven't gone, I encourage you to just go check it out. You don't know the connections that will be there, but I'm glad I did. So if you don't have one local, you can also start one. So there's that. Thank you so much for tuning in, and we will see you guys later. Bye.